All right, welcome back everyone. We are now going to jump back into our layout. We're going to add a new section to our layout for image stamps, and then we are going to place a logo within our content, or using our layout, I should say, on the content. So here we are back in our layout that we're using at Prebatch, and as you can see here, I've added a new element called image stamps. And within that element, we are going to add a new image stamp element. So we'll come down here, and again, in the interest of time, I have already put together an image stamp for us, and I will paste that in so we can talk through it. So here is our image stamp. And starting off with, as we mentioned in the previous video, we have these various attributes. So first we have height, which I'm going to set at 48. The width of this image stamp box I want to be at 160 points. The position is going to be relative and relative to the media box side top. So basically, media box being our entire pre-batch output content, the very outside edge. Our stamp is going to be relative to that top edge. So for the X position, we're going to set it to 700, so it should put it pretty close to the right-hand side given the width of that piece of content. And in the X, we're going to set to a negative 57. So I think that'll be pretty close to where we want it. If we need to make some adjustments, we can do that, but I just want it 57 points down from the top. And I picked 57 because basically it's just a little bit bigger than the height of that image of 48. For the crop attribute, I'm going to set that to false, because remember, if we have crop set to true, and the image doesn't exactly fit inside of the dimensions that we've specified for width and height, then that image is going to get cut off so that it does fit. With crop being set to false, if our image doesn't fit exactly, then we're going to maintain the aspect ratio and scale it so that it does fit. Center we're going to leave on true so that the image does center within the box that we've specified. And then for the image path, this points to the location where the logo resides that I'm going to use for this image stamp. Now, one of the things you'll want to take note of here is this variable %shared config folder %. Also take note of the case because it is case sensitive. Now, this variable basically tells the system that when this layout goes to apply this image stamp, this variable says, look in the shared config folder. And then once we're in the shared config folder, we're going to look in a graphics folder, and then we're going to look for this image file called idflogo.png. So for rotation, we're not going to rotate it, leave that to 0. Stamp range we've seen before. We want this to happen on every page, so 1 to n. And then page number I threw in here, but technically for what we're doing here, the page number attribute is not valid. So remember that page number is used when you are stamping an image that you're pulling from a PDF document. So if this image path up here were to specify the location to a PDF file, then we could use page number to say pull the image from page 5 of that PDF or whatever it might be. So just to keep things clean, I'm going to go ahead and remove that so we don't have that attribute in here. Now the auto rotate degrees is another one of those that's really not going to apply to this, because this is when, again, you're using an image that's being pulled from a PDF file. When you do pull an image from a PDF, if the aspect ratio of that image does not match the aspect ratio defined given the width and height that we have up here, then this will rotate that image either 90 or 270 degrees depending upon how you need that image to display. And then lastly, we have fail on missing. And I'm going to set that to false, because even if, for whatever reason, the system can't find the image that it's trying to display, I still don't want it to fail my order. I still want the order to go through, even though we can't find that image. Now, if the image is critical enough to where if that image does not display, then you need the order to fail, you certainly can do that by setting this attribute to true. So we'll go ahead and save our layout. We'll come back to our UI. We'll reprocess this order at Prebatch as we've done previously. We'll wait for this order to reprocess. I think I missed it again. So we'll right click, come down to view, do view pre-batch, and here we have the Infinity Digital logo up here in the upper right corner. So that's really all there is to laying down images using a layout file. Now in the next video, we are going to start looking at the various press marks that can be put down. Press marks include things such as corner cut marks, trim marks, standard cut marks, eye marks, drill marks, things of that nature. So all of them work exactly the same. So technically, once you've used one of them, you've pretty much done the exact same steps that you're going to use for all. But in the upcoming video, we will look at a few of them. So probably we'll look at corner cut marks, because during the pre-batch process, those can be incredibly useful. And we'll also look at cut marks and possibly drill marks. So that's about it for this video, and I will see you in the next one.